Since 2015, the International Day of Yoga has been an annual global celebration. The physical, mental and spiritual practice of yoga originated in India, and this year, this day is being celebrated under the shadow of COVID-19. Joining us now to tell us how to be part of it safely and not let COVID dampen your spirits are the fit and beautiful trio of popular yoga startup Sarva. Shikhar Dhawan, Indian cricketer, he will be joining us. Also joining us is Sarvesh Shashi. He is the founder of Sarva and Diva Yoga. Malaika Arora also joins us. She is not just a talented actress but also a co-founder of Sarva and Diva Yoga. Welcome all of you. Malaika, I'm going to begin with you. You are an ardent follower of yoga. How do you think our viewers can be part of this safely? What would you advise them?
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me, and it feels really good that there is actually a day dedicated in the year, which is the International Day of Yoga, 21st of June, and so I think that feels amazing. I think yoga is originally from India. Birth of yoga is in India. Its roots are in India. I think people around the world have now taken the goodness of yoga and propagating the knowledge worldwide, and which is really good as well. I think right now, I think all of us in the situation that we are in, I think it has brought it even more to the forefront, the goodness and the necessity of yoga in our lives. I can't stress it enough how much one should actually adopt some sort of daily yoga in your daily routine. The benefits of it are abundant. I mean, one can talk about it at length, but we all know the benefits. So yes, I think, and like you said, I think we are all in a state of lockdown, etc., of various stages. This is something which is so new to all of us. We've never ever, I don't think we've ever imagined something like this in our life.
Right, absolutely.
But I can truly say it's a lot of my peace and quiet and positivity and sanity. I have to give yoga credit for that, because it really has kept me very, very grounded, very, very centered. I know these are very difficult times. Everybody has different sorts of ways of dealing with things, different sorts of highs and lows. Every day, everybody has something else that they're dealing with. I truly believe that a little bit of yoga, nobody is saying to do it for half your day or, for many hours of the day. A half an hour of your day also is great. And I think right now, with so much going on, all we have on our hands is time. So I think, I don't think that's an excuse that one can turn around and say, oh, work nahi hai, time nahi hai. So try and incorporate it. At least, you start off 15 minutes, then you push it to half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, and trust me, by then you're hooked onto it for life.
Absolutely. Shikhar, when we talk about sports, we usually think you people must be really into cardio or weights. Does yoga help people who are into sports as well? Any of the sportsmen doing yoga? Do you do yoga?
First of all, thank you so much for having me on your show. And yep, absolutely. Yoga helps us a lot. And for me, my body is a bit stiff because I do a lot of gym and mobility. I do more mobility as well. But like when I hold my postures in yoga, it gives me more flexibility. So physical wise, that helps me a lot, especially when I do all the asanas. And mentally also, you learn, and physically you learn how to breathe while doing exercises. So it's very important to know how to breathe smoothly during your workout, and even mentally, yoga has helped me a lot to handle the pressure situation calmly and go through all sort of patches in my life in a very smooth manner.
Right. Sarvesh, the actress and the sports star telling us that yoga is the thing to go for if you want to stay fit. But, what about today's time when coronavirus is at large? Would you say that yoga can benefit us even during this time?
Yes. I believe that yoga can genuinely help in a lot of ways during this situation too. especially in two aspects. One is improving your immunity, and second is improving your lung capacity. So a lot of kriyas that one can do during these lockdown and post as also, the impact that it can have on the current situation is immensely positive.
Okay. Malaika, for the day, Yoga International Day, how do you think that helps, because yoga has been in our consciousness for years, and Indians don't really need that reinforcement, but do you think it still helps?
See, I think every time you have something so easily, you take it for granted. And when you have the birthplace of yoga so deeply entrenched in our culture, I think somewhere you take it for granted. Whereas if you see in the West, they've really adapted to yoga, and they've really, they really have gone all out to promote yoga. Over here, we have it so easy, but we don't make the most of it. Having a day, I think, just kind of creates an awareness. It brings about an awareness. It brings about a certain sense of knowledge, which is very good. So yes, I'm all for it, because I feel somewhere it's a family world over. It's a culture. It's a unity. It's a sense of unity. It's a sense of everybody coming together to promote the goodness of yoga. So yes, I think a day like this in our lives only just helps us realize and understand the benefits of yoga better.
Right. So Shikhar, why don't you give some advice to the rising and aspiring sportsmen? What are the asanas that you would say that we would, would be perfect for increasing their stamina or mobility, or whatever you think would be best for the sports persons?
All right, for sports person, Surya Namaskar. So that is one of the main asana, and if you do few Surya Namaskars, it's a very strong workout, and it burns a lot of calories and give you mobility, strength, everything. So it is one of my favorite ones. I would suggest that one, and at the same time for youngsters, I would suggest them to do Alom Vilom and breathing exercises, so they know how to control their mind. It's good to make your body strong, but at the same time, it is very important to control your mind.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure if they apply yoga in their life, for sure they're going to go a long way.
Sarvesh, I'm going to take your advice as well, but I saw Malaika crack a smile when Surya Namaskar was mentioned. Is that your favorite too, Malaika?
Well, Surya Namaskar is one of those exercises, or one of those which is a complete exercise. I started when I first did Surya Namaskar. I remember in the very beginning when I started some years back, I could do 5. And today I can proudly sit and say in one session I do 108, So I have come a long, long way. There's nothing like doing Surya Namaskars to get your body, warmed up, to get it aligned, get your mobility going. Any of you have, when you start your day, when you start working out, you have so many aches and pains and your joints are all stiff. Surya Namaskars just takes away all of that. It just puts you in the right frame to do any sort of workout. I mean, even if you have to continue to do any sort of weight training or any kind of mobility or any of the sorts. So yes, I swear by Surya Namaskar, no workout of mine is complete without my Surya Namaskar. And yes, breathing at the same time. So a combination of both for me is a clear winner.
Absolutely. I think even I'm a big fan of Surya Namaskar. But Shikhar, is it possible to fit in yoga sessions in modern life for most people? Even as a sports person, you have a very regimented life. How do you fit in something extra apart from your usual routine?
It is very much possible. If you love anything, you will make sure you will fit that thing in your life. And like these days, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm very busy. I'm very busy." So when you use those words for yourself, saying I'm very busy, so you're gonna end up being very busy. So I never use it that I'm very busy. I'm always easy, and I fit in everything. Like, of course, as a sportsman, I have to do a gym workout. I have to do cardio, but even if I do thrice in a week, I do yoga, so that's more than enough for me. And like for me, strength and cardio is very important, but at the same time mobility is important, because to bring out all the power from my body, I need to have that mobility, and that only comes through stretching and holding postures.
Right.
So I realized the value of yoga quite late. That's what that's the message I want to send to the youngsters, that it is very important to do it at start. What I'm doing it now, if a young boy listening to it and they start doing now, or a young boy or a girl, they start applying it now, it will be very beneficial for them.
Absolutely. Sarvesh, I'm going to ask you the same question because in modern life, it's not easy for people to take out time. Are there ways and means through which they can make yoga a part of their life?
They just, like Shikhar and Malla spoke about it, that it's as good as you taking a shower and brushing your teeth. Simple. Right? It should become a part of your life. And even if you're able to do it for like 15 minutes with some basic Surya Namaskars every day, like you said, you also love it, along with some breathing, that's going to be very, very critical. Because one is, we always say, the top of your shoulder is very important, which is your mind. So it's very, very critical that you take that time out no matter what, before sleeping, as soon as you wake up, in whichever way possible, to keep that 10, 15, 20 minutes for people who don't have time, as they say, but certainly at least an hour a day needs to get spent on yourself, on your body, on your mind. So it is a no-brainer that you should not be finding time. It should be part of your life.
Right.
True, very true.
Also, lastly, apart from Surya Namaskar, which all of you have endorsed, for immunity, what would you say, what would you suggest our viewers that they should be doing?
I think Malla and Shikhar can go first, and then I'll go last as always.
I think a combination of, I think pranayams are very important for immunity. I think whether you do Alom Vilom, which is alternate nostril breathing, you have Bhastrika, you have, then what else can we do? These are all very good for increasing your lung capacity. This is all very good to make sure that you actually get the toxins out of your body.
Right.
You actually do that with the right kind of breathing. You actually exhale all those toxins. So along with doing your asanas, I think it's very important to do your pranayams as well. 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes to 50, whatever, depending on how much ever time permits you, and you should do it. I think that it's great to just flush out all these toxins from your body.
You want to add something to that, Sarvesh?
Yes, I think Malla named the two most important pranayams from an immunity standpoint, which is Bhastrika pranayam and Anulom Vilom. The first one you start off with, which is a Kriya, which is Kapalabhati. So the best thing for ever in terms of immunity building, apart from a lot of other physical exercise which improves your kind of cardiovascular system and your blood circulation, is Kapalabhati as your first pranayam. Second pranayam is Anulom Vilom, and the third is Bhastrika. Kapalabhati is actually a Kriya, which is a cleansing Kriya. You do that first, you do Anulom Vilom, and then you do Bhastrika pranayam. So that this kind of formula and the format will be very helpful for improving immunity.
Well, thank you, Sarvesh. Thank you very much for that free consultation that you just gave me, and I'm sure our viewers will also benefit from it. Thank you, all of you, for joining us, and have a great yoga day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wish you too a great International Yoga Day. Thank you so much.